From the album For the Beauty of Winona on our intimate and interactive show with Daniel Lanois. Well, let's take a phone call. We have Paula from Edmonton on the phone. Paula, you have a question for Mr. Lanois?
Yes, I do. Are there any artists whom you haven't worked with yet who you would like to produce in the future?
Yeah, there's lots of people that would be nice to work with, but there's a fella, Canadian, that I thought I might like to do a track with one day, and that's Neil Young.
That would be an interesting combination. Does he know this?
I've said it enough times now. So
If you're watching, Neil, if you're watching, he must get much music.
Yeah, he must. Surely.
It's interesting that I heard that what attracts you to someone, as far as working with them, is a really strong vocal style, among other things. And that you took special attention on this album, on your new album, For the Beauty of Winona, to really expand your vocal performance. How did you accomplish that?
I experimented with dynamic range. Some things were done in a whisper, and luckily in the studio you can take that and turn it into a larger-than-life sound. And then at the other end of the spectrum, we experimented a lot with the voices at the peak of their range, right at the top, and there's an emotion that comes through it at the top.
Always technical. I thought you go, oh, I was really happy one day, so I just sang happy. No.
Oh boy. I didn't think I was that technical, but I'll take your word for it.
Let's go outside to something very technical. It's called Speaker's Corner, and there's someone who wants to say something.
Hi, my name is Ronald Gopal, and I'm from the School of Interior Design. I'd like to ask Daniel Lanois what it is that he brings to a recording session that makes the superstars seek him out.
At any given time, I'm always really excited about an approach, and it's something that I'll develop and turn into a sound. And it's that preparation, that experimenting, if you like, that I'll then present to a project. And if it happens to fit, then it'll make its way, and it becomes a sort of contribution to that record.
It's interesting, Daniel, that you talk about experimentation, and when we went to do the show, we had a set list for you, and then about 10 minutes before we went to air, you said, just doesn't feel right. So I have no idea what song you're going to play for us right now. So what song is it?
Shall we do Still Water?
I would love that. That would be good. Now, this one is from the first album, Acadie.
Yes. Still water, over still water, still water, laying over California River, all so wide. Wild eyes in the wilderness, where you're gone with the devil in hand. Wild eyes in the wilderness, where you're gone with the devil in hand. Want to climb the breeze high for working money. Working money, going to climb the bridge high, California River, so still water. I'm laying over still water, let my body down over still water, laying over California. Going to the rain falls. Look for my brother. Look for my brother. Go to where the rain falls. Caledonia River stars. It's the water. Caledonia River There's a brother laying over there, watching it all go by. There's a brother laying over there, he wants to know why. Skyline coming down, skyline of Toronto. Sky blue turning black. Wanna go back, wanna go back, wanna go back to the still water. I'm laying over still water. Let my body down over still water. Laying over Caledonia River, oh so wide.
We are intimate and interactive with Daniel Lanois, and we'll have a lot more music right after this, so please don't go away. We're intimate and interactive with Daniel Lanois here in the Much environment, and now it's time to go to someone who has been sitting here very patiently and waiting to ask a question. What's your name?
Fred.
Fred, are you a fan of Mr. Lanois' music?
Certainly am. Heard everything he's done. Fantastic.
Thanks, Fred.
Do you have a favorite song or a favorite album?
He just played it, actually, Still Water.
Have you heard the new one yet?
Yes, I have. Fantastic.
Has to grow on you, I guess. Soon you'll have a favorite song from that album. What would you like to ask him?
I want to know what advice, actually I have two questions. What advice you have for a young person starting out in this industry? And secondly, will you produce me?
Start with the first one.
Okay, the first one. The best piece of advice would be to suggest that, if at all possible, to lock into something that you really love, as you know, when you're in your teens, and pursue it even outside of school. With all due respect to the school system, concerning music and technology, I believe the passion begins in a private way. So I would say, if you can find something you really love on your own, that's the way to do it.
What song would you play for us now?
I thought we'd do The Maker. Mark, my sound's gotten a little quieter. There we go. Was that a... Okay.
All right, here he is, Daniel Lanois with The Maker.
Oh, deep water, black and cold, cold like the night. I stand with arms wide open, I've run a twisted line. I'm a stranger in the eyes of the Maker. I could not see for the fog in my eyes. I could not feel for the fear in my life. From across the great divide, in the distance I saw a light. Jean-Baptiste walking to me with the maker. My body, oh, is bent and broken. Alone and dangerously, I can walk the fields of Abraham and turn my head away. I'm not a stranger in the hands of the maker of the Brother John, oh, can you see the homeless daughters standing there with broken wings? I have seen the flaming swords there on the east of Eden, burning in the eyes of the Maker. Burning in the eyes of the Maker. Burning in the eyes of the Maker. River rise from your sleep. River rise from your sleep. River rise from your sleep. River rise from your sleep.
The mesmerizing sounds of Daniel Lanois. Let's go to Dale in PEI. He has a phone call for us. Dale, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Dale.
Hi. Mr. Lanois, I was just wondering, on U2's latest album, and they had the best guitar sound they've ever had, and I was wondering what gear you used in the studio or how you achieved that sound.
Okay, that's pretty easy. Edge would play either his Black Strat, which is an early 70s, or his Firebird, which is a reissue, and sometimes a Les Paul, which is about a mid-70s white Les Paul. And we would run, the guitars by and large were recorded through a Vox AC30, and the processing was a Korg A3.
So did you mic the amps with Shure SM57s, or did you go straight?
We put a 57 right on the speaker, and then a 414, which is an AKG about 6 feet back. That's it.
Thank you
Really?
very much. Oh,
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Dale. When people ask you questions about things like U2, do you leave out the secret ingredient like a good chef should?
No, I tell everything.
Do you really?
Yeah, why not?
That's the whole trick of getting to sound. If you want to sound like the Edge, just do this and you'll sound just like him.
Well, you gotta have his fingers and his hands and his brain, and you can't buy those at the corner store.
We have another fax here. Hey, Danny. I must know you. We love your new Winona release. Gary and Jeff listened to it all weekend. Congratulations from Hamilton, your Aunt Gaten.
Oh boy, it's family night. Thanks, Gaten, and hope to see you soon. Huh?
Would you do another song for us?
Sure will.
What song is this?
We're gonna do The Unbreakable Chain.
If I may ask you, what is the story behind this song?
It's about a woman who gives up a baby for adoption when she's just a young girl, and 30 years later she meets him.
Okay, The Unbreakable Chain, Danielle Lanois.
You wake up and there's something there tugging at your sleeve. It's not the bitter battle, the one there in your dreams. Held up by the chain, the unbreakable chain. By the chain, the unbreakable chain. You walk and you know that the wind is not passing you by. It's speaking and you listen, and the tears don't come now when you cry. Cry, 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 it won't break the unbreakable chain. Cry, don't break the unbreakable chain. It's 30 years ago when you live with your decision. You talk to him and pray, you send out your transmission. Ah, but prayers don't break the unbreakable chain. Prayers don't break the unbreakable chain. The baby's not yours, but he walks the streets of your city. He wants to know you, there's no more self-pity. Oh, he's pulling at your heart with the unbreakable chain. Pulling at your heart with the unbreakable chain. Put an ad in the paper, it's foolish but maybe. Maybe you'll see, 'cause he's searching for Mamma Mia. Oh, Mamma here, Mamma feel the unbreakable chain. Mamma feel the unbreakable chain. You can't believe that it's now, it's turned itself around. You're frightened of the way that you look, but you meet him there in town. All the joy, the fear, and the unfadable pain. All the fear and the unfadable pain. This is the verse I gotta try and remember. You say hello to your boy and he says, Mama, you've awoken. Ah, yes, you have broken the unbreakable chain. Mama, you have broken the unbreakable chain. Mama, you have broken the unbreakable chain.
From the album For the Beauty of Winona, that of course is Daniel. And we have someone here who's ready to ask a question. What's your name?
Drew.
You have a question to ask him.
Yes, I do. I really appreciate the fact that you sing in both English and French, and I was wondering if you have a preference in terms of language with which to write.
I've written French songs when I had a French story to tell. That was really the idea behind it. For example, there's one about a tobacco picker. It's sung, from his point of view. And there's a tradition of tobacco picking in Ontario being done by French Canadians, and that was the deal behind that one.
What song is that?
It's called Oh Marie. I could do that one for you if you want.
You want to do it? All right. You asked for it. You got it. All right. Here he is. Oh Marie, Daniel Lanois.
Y a quelqu'un qui appelle mon nom. Y a quelqu'un qui appelle mon nom. On travaille aujourd'hui, on travaille sous la pluie, on travaille au tabouesti. Ah, mémé son noir à cochon. Eh, mémé son noir à cochon. Pour 36 jours et 36 nuits, on travaille au tabouesti. Ma blonde, elle attend après moi. Et ma blonde, elle attend après moi. Je veux la tourner avec beaucoup d'argent. On travaille au tabouesti. Boat driver, donne-moi une chance. Hey, boat driver, donne-moi une chance. Avez-vous du feu pour ma cigarette? On travaille au tabouesti. Ce soir, on va au village. Et ce soir, on va au village pour chanter les chansons et boire la boisson. On travaille au tabouesti. Oh Marie, j'ai mal à la tête. Et Marie, j'ai mal à la tête. Donnez-nous l'esprit du corps. On travaille au tableau, Marie. Le bleu du ciel a changé. Ah, le bleu du ciel a changé. Après 40 jours et 40 nuits, on peut pas travailler au tabac. Y a quelqu'un qui appelle mon nom. Y a quelqu'un qui appelle mon nom. On travaille aujourd'hui, on travaille sous la pluie, on travaille au tabac.
Thank you. All right, let's go now to Speaker's Corner and hear what the next question is. So, Daniel, listen closely.
Okay, I'm listening.
Hello, Daniel. My name is Brian. I'm from Ireland, and I just wanted to ask you a question about the edge in you two. I've always felt he was a very instinctive player rather than relying on technical ability. Would you agree that it possibly came his instinctive style has come to the fore during the making of the Joshua Tree, and maybe possibly under your production technique?
Well, I'll tell you about Edge. He is, first of all, extremely talented and very much in control all the time. He's the one who keeps his head while everyone else is very Italian. Pardon the expression, Lorraine. But there comes a time when all that calculation disappears, and he delivers a very soulful performance, and it's really those two extremes that allow him to be what he is, who he is.
If you would play some more songs with us, that would be great. Just hold on, we're going to go to a commercial, and then
Okey-dokey.
we'll be back with more with you, Daniel Lanois, as we go intimate and interactive. Daniel, we're gonna get you off the hook again, and we're gonna take a look at another tape. And this tape was done when Janelyn White came and interviewed you in New Orleans, and she talked about a lot of different things, some of them very private, and she actually asked you about women.
The nice thing that's happened to me in the last few years, I have a lot of women friends, and that wasn't so much the case, before. And I find that I can communicate with women about certain things that never comes up with men. It's like, I don't know why, I never tried to figure it out or anything, but we can talk about certain things when I'm with a woman. We have a chance to cover a lot of things that I've been waiting to cover. Maybe I've been sort of like locked up with the boys, and that's been great. We've been doing those things, and then I'll come into the world of a woman, and it's another place. It's a whole other thing, and it's sort of like information for me, because I live for information.
Daniel, I'm dying to know what you've learned from women.
You don't want to know.
Oh, please. This is intimate and very, very intimate, so...
Well, this is a little bit embarrassing. You pulled out this clip. But what have I learned from women? Balance. How about that, for safety?
Is it coincidence that you have never worked with a female artist?
I've worked with a lot of women. It's just that nobody ever talks about them.
For example?
I've worked with a lot of all-women bands, right, from Toronto, in fact. Lorraine was, Parachute Club was all women, right, except Bill? Right. So there's the Parachute Club was mostly women, and the group that preceded that group that I mentioned earlier, Mama Kia, was all women.
Is it a different experience working with women than men in a studio, or can you compare?
I don't know that it's really that
I'm
different.
staring at you.
I don't think it's any different, to be honest with you. When there are women around, the men behave differently.
They behave is what the key is, yeah. I know, he's laughing. All right, let's take a listen to, you have another song for us?
I got plenty. I can keep them coming.
Can I make a request, or
Yeah.
what would you like to? Rocky World.
Do you think we should get tender so early in the night?
Speaking of women, it's a nice segue.
I'll do it for you.
Okay, thank you. Here he is, Daniel Lanois.
My hands are wrapped in your ribbon hair, in a faded picture on the back stair. We were narrow, we were steady, trembling and ready to give it hell in this rocky world. You said, do I look like I could be a strong mother and raise the good side of a young daughter? In the Hotel Shangri-La, let me tell you, I've been thinking of her in this rocky world. Chicago is heavy, but I can't turn around. I'm smuggling that whiskey if I flesh it down. Michigan, I worry, and Susie, I'm sorry that I lost you out there in the rocky world. How would you build me a building, a chapel up there at the top of the hill in the still blue air, near the weather vane by the tracking tree? I'll be looking for you in the rocky world. She's turning 20 and out on the make, pounding the blacktop with a habit to shake, looking for a manger in the eyes of a stranger, down in the streets of a rocky world. Jenny has religion, she sinks in her chair, she's made a decision to color her hair. The black man cut the sugar cane, she watches the rain, sheltered from the rocky world. Yeah, I'll tell you something I'll never forget, the sight of you in silhouette outside Sault Ste. Marie. Are you really through me when you pulled me down to your rocky bed? in a crowded room. Stood there empty, looking for salvation and glory. When a shot turned my head and I saw you instead, walking into my rocky world.
We are going to have much, much more with Daniel Lanois as we remain intimate and interactive with him, so please don't go away. You're back with Intimate and Interactive with Daniel Lanois. We're in the Much environment right now. He's performing some wonderful songs for us, and we're having a chance to talk to you guys through the fax and phones, and also people who have a chance to sit and listen to this show right here up close. What's your name?
Donna.
Now, Donna, have you ever met this man before?
No, I'm quite thrilled to be here. Thank you very much for letting us come and talk to you, and thanks to Much Music. It's great.
No
Okay,
problem.
Donna. Yeah.
You have a question.
I wanted to know who some of your mentors were when you were first getting into music. I mean, you grew up in Hamilton, right? Is that right?
That's it, yeah.
You say it like it's a negative.
Well, it's like, you know,
It's
not
another
exactly Music Central. So
got
it's
a
like,
point, you know, of sorts.
how were you influenced? I mean, now you have this amazing studio in New Orleans, and to me that just seems like such an extreme move.
Okay, mentors, influences. My brother Bob. My mother was real helpful too. It's from her that I got the business sense. Brian Eno was a big influence to me. In retrospect, I think my history teacher, Gary Muir.
It's funny how they
Hey, Gary.
pop up.
He
Those
ran.
teachers.
He ran the folk group in
Oh,
school,
yeah?
and so kept us out of trouble for a while as much as he could.
How did you end up in New Orleans?
I just decided one day that I wanted to go to another place, to pick up some of the inspiration to be had from there. You know, it's
Thank you very much. Good questions. That's
Thank
great.
you.
I have a quick question for you, though. When people say, oh, you came from Hamilton, and you're from Canada, yet your songs are littered with Canadian cities, and it seems that you have made Canada exotic somehow in your songs.
Oh, I hadn't thought of it that way. One of my new songs includes Wasega Beach. Speaking of exoticism.
I want to introduce you to a lady who's very exotic. Lorraine, if you'd come over here. She was chatting with you before. We didn't get a chance to see her, so come on over. You know Lorraine Segato? Come sit down. I would like to ask you a question. Usually when people come in the audience, they ask him questions, but the question I would like to ask you is, when you two said, when they were working with Danielle, that the process was ultimately democratic. Now, when you were working with him in the studio, what was the process like?
I don't remember. I remember being quite, sorry, I don't mean to take it out of your hands there. I remember as being quite a dysfunctional group, so it's hard to remember quite back then. But I do remember that Danny always found a way of breaking the energy, of changing the energy that needed to get shifted at the time, of getting us to get at the most important thing that needed to be done. I guess he was ultimately probably the most creative person that I have ever met in terms of just the way he goes for all the different, you know, breaking down the boundaries. So I remember those kinds of things more than, you know, the process you're talking about.
Okay, the democratic thing didn't happen.
No.
Thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind, we've running out of time.
Oh.
So, we're going to have two. Oh, good. Good. You can take your time on this one then. We'd like to hear another song. And what song would this one be?
I was thinking of doing a version of Brother L.A. just to keep things
A little
up a
raunchy.
little.
Yeah. Okay, here he is from his brand new LP, For the Beauty of Winona, Daniel Lanois.
Oh, closest the feet is a flood that will come. The heat that keeps your habit warm is a flame that will burn. Are you wearing your colors? Are you changing your clothes? Are you wearing your fingers? So nobody knows. Oh, brother, 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 brother mine.
They love that. This is way raunchier than your last album. So what happened to you over the last 3 years to make it so raunchy?
When you go on the road, things happen. Someone once came up to me in Baltimore and said, you know, you got a pretty good little band, but you don't sweat enough. So we decided to put a little bit of sweat on this new record.
It really rocks in some places. It's a great record. And it's nice. I mean, it's got the Acadie thing as well, but it really rocks out. We are going to go to a phone call? Okay. Joe in London, Ontario. I believe you're on the phones.
Hi, Danielle. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Yeah, feeling good.
Good. I bought your first album about 4 years ago, and I found it to be one of the most different styles that I've been hearing in a while, and I was really happy to hear. I can only describe it really as something very rich, deep, not soul music, but
what's
music.
your question?
In a second. Music from the soul. What I wanted to know really was what really were your influences, not your mentors, but like who did you listen to growing up?
There's a few songs that changed my life along the way. I'll name a handful of them. Kingdom Come, that's by the band. Hey Joe by Hendrix. White Rabbit, that's Jefferson Airplane. Help me out, Bill. We need two more. What about Sunshine of Your Love by Cream, just for that, for the English content. There's a beautiful song called Ah, But I May As Well Try and Catch the Wind that just came to me right now.
You know what? I have such terrible news, and I want you to stay here for the next 2 hours, but time has run out,
Right.
and you're on to your last song. I just want to thank you so much for being such a great performer. The album is wonderful. I'd like to thank the audience for coming out and being so wonderful as well, all the people who have phoned and faxed us as well. So I guess the end has come. We thank you again. If you'd like to do one last song for us, what would it be?
I'm going to do this little Irish melody for you. It's an instrumental, and that'll allow you to roll out on credits and that kind of stuff.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Intimate and Interactive with Daniel Lanois. Production.